So, we've all seen what a single AI agent can do. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. But what if they could actually form a team? Well, today, we're going to dive into the new languages that let these, digital minds collaborate. It really boils down to two key protocols, and trust me, they're completely changing the game. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so AI agents, they're brilliant, right? But for the most part, they've been lone wolves. The second you want one agent to talk to another, or, hey, even just pull some data from your company's database, things get messy. And I mean fast. The core problem has always been the same. How do you get them to actually work together without creating this total spaghetti mess of custom code for every single connection?
And look, this isn't just some small technical hurdle. It's the central bottleneck that's been holding AI back. Without a common language, all of that incredible potential just stays locked up inside these individual digital brains. They can't tackle the bigger, more complex problems we want them to solve.
Just picture this for a second. You're trying to connect an agent to a code repo. Then you got to hook it up to a data store. And then you need it to talk to another agent. Every single one of those connections becomes its own unique, super complicated project. It's totally inefficient, it just doesn't scale, and frankly, it's a huge pain. And that's exactly why the industry started searching for a better way. Which brings us to our two key solutions, A2A and MCP.
All right, so the first piece of this puzzle is called A2A, which stands for Agent-to-Agent Protocol. And yeah, the name pretty much says it all. Its entire focus is on one single critical task, teaching different AI agents how to have a productive conversation with each other. Now, what makes A2A so powerful is that it's an open standard. What does that mean? It means an agent built by, say, Google can seamlessly collaborate with an agent built by a tiny startup. A2A basically provides the universal rules of the road, letting them exchange messages, delegate tasks, and even negotiate how to tackle a problem together. It's a game changer.
So how does this actually work? Well, the solution is surprisingly elegant. Each agent publishes what's called an agent card. Think of it like a LinkedIn profile for an AI. It lists all its skills. Other agents can then just browse these cards, find the perfect partner for a job, and figure out how to team up. And we're not just talking about swapping text here. They can exchange images, files, you name it. And the best part? It all runs on standard HTTP. Yep, the same tech that powers the entire web, which makes it super easy for anyone to adopt.
Yeah, an agent card, it's kind of just a fancy name for a resume. And that's really the perfect way to think about it. The agent card lets an agent clearly say, hey, here's who I am and here's what I'm really good at. It basically creates this universal hiring hall for AI talent. It's just a beautifully simple solution to a really complex problem. Okay, but agent-to-agent communication, that's only half the battle. I mean, what about when an agent needs to use a tool? Like search a database or just read a file. Well, that's the second piece of our puzzle, and it's called MCP, the Model Context Protocol.
So, if A2A connects agents to each other, MCP connects a single agent to the outside world. Think of it like a universal adapter. Its entire job is to give an agent access to tools, data, and files without, and this is the key part, without needing custom code for every single connection. So how does it pull this off? Well, it uses three core building blocks, or what they call primitives. First, you've got tools. These are actions the agent can do, like searching a database. Then there are resources, stuff the agent can read, like files or app data. And finally, prompts, which are just pre-built templates to make everything run a little smoother. The agent doesn't need to know the nitty-gritty of how the database works, it just uses the standard MCP interface. And this is where the real power of MCP just clicks into place. You only have to build the connection to, say, your CRM or your GitHub repo once. You create an MCP server for it, and that's it. From that point on, any compatible agent can just plug right in. It is all about reusability. And since it's an open standard, there's already this huge ecosystem of pre-built servers for all the tools you use, like Slack, GitHub, you name it. Okay, so let's put these two side by side for a second. The biggest difference, obviously, is their purpose. A2A is for agents talking to other agents. MCP is for one agent talking to tools and data. Pretty simple, right? But under the hood, they actually share some DNA. They both use a lightweight messaging format called JSON RPC. The main technical difference is in the transport. MCP adds a little more flexibility, letting agents talk to local tools on the same machine or across the web with HTTP, just like A2A. So, looking at this, you might be thinking, okay, so these are competing standards, right? I have to pick one. Do you go with the one for agent-to-agent chat or the one for agent-to-tool access? Well, that's actually the wrong way to look at it. Turns out they weren't competing at all. They were designed to complement each other. The real magic, the big unlock, happens when you use them together. To show you what I mean, let's walk through a quick retail store example to see how this powerful alliance really works in practice.
Okay, so step 1. We have an inventory agent. It needs to check stock levels. To do that, it has to talk to the product database, right? That's an agent talking to a tool, so it uses MCP. Simple enough. Step 2, the agent sees a product is running low. Now it needs to tell another agent, the order agent, hey, we need more of this stuff. That's agent-to-agent communication, so boom, it uses A2A. And finally, step 3, the order agent now needs to contact a bunch of external supplier agents to get the best price. Again, agents talking to other agents, so it uses A2A to coordinate with all of them.
And that right there is the key takeaway. It's honestly that simple. A2A is for agent-to-agent talk, MCP is for agent-to-tool access, one for teamwork, one for tools. Together, they create this complete standardized ecosystem where AI can truly collaborate.
So what we're really witnessing here is the creation of a common language for AI, one for teamwork and one for tool use. And together, these protocols are laying the foundation for some seriously complex autonomous systems down the line. It really just leaves you with one big question, doesn't it? Now that AI agents can finally, truly team up, what incredible problems are they going to solve next?